Okay, so today's piece is Catalogue d'Oiseaux Book 2 by Messiaen. Like I mentioned in the previous episode, this is a single movement book um, from the whole catalog. Catalog has like multiple books, and this movement is, let me see, I forget the English translation of the bird. Yeah, the bird in question is the Black-Eared Wheatear. This is what the eastern one looks like. The western one looks like this. I'm assuming the western one is the one in France. So, yeah, if you wanted to perform just this book, you could even coordinate your wardrobe to match the bird. I think that might be interesting. Maybe go heavy on the eyeliner. Um, it's 15 minutes long. Book one had three birds featured in it, and each of those was like about 10 minutes long. So it's not significantly longer than the average movement, but long enough that I think it makes more sense to just be a standalone piece. At least maybe that was Messiaen's reasoning. You can see here that the first couple of measures is sort of just like some sort of setting for the bird. And then we get the bird song here in measure 3 at eighth equals 160. And then we start to hear a couple other birds interspliced. So the ortolan, the fauvette à lunette, and a couple more here. So it seems to be one that is very collaged. Like there's a lot of different bird songs going on, all at different tempi. Something I didn't mention yesterday was like how virtuosic these pieces are, especially in terms of your inner metronome, like being able to uh, have all of these tempi memorized. I think part of it too is familiarizing yourself with the bird song. I think that probably helps. Birds do have like specific tempi that they sing in, seemingly. Like their bird song sounds the same every time, and they're very mechanical in that way. It could be more like a muscle memory thing than actually any sort of cognitive thing, the way we play rhythm. But Messiaen is sort of trying to make the performer like into a bird. However, they have to do that. Um, is sort of like what happens in performance. In that way, it's a little bit experimental. Is formerly classed as a member of the thrush family, but is now considered to be a flycatcher. The genus name is derived from the ancient Greek wine and flower. It refers to the northern wheat ears returned to Greece in the spring, just as the grapevines bloom. The specific Spanish name, wheat ear, is not derived from the word wheat or any sense of ear, but is a 16th century corruption of white arse, referring to its white ass. So there you go. I think that's enough about the bird. I don't think there's anything specific about this movement worth saying. So yeah, I'd like to direct you to the recording in the video description so you can listen along with me. And I'll let you know what I think of this piece with my memory from yesterday of the first three movements in mind. Okay, so I rather like this one. I think it was a good one. Um, yeah, it's sort of very clear what is birdsong and what isn't. All of the songs in this one are very bird-like. They're mostly like either single line, um, high register things, rapidly fat like moving notes, or they're like kind of just made out of intervals, like two voices. Uh, the the Whiteear, or sorry, the Wheatear song being the like prime example of that sort of like two voice thing. Um, the Wheatear song actually is not. It's prominent, but it's not a long song. It's just like a little one measure or two measure thing that keeps happening, and it keeps dividing up the piece. Um, Whereas the other birds that are singing in the same scenario seem to be a lot more like they take up a lot more space and develop more of the piece as they go along, you know? Uh, there's definitely some like consonant stuff towards the beginning and end of the piece, and then the middle is a little bit thornier and more dense. Um, some highlights for me was okay, one of the things I didn't like was this Lent theme that's notated in like three or four staves. That was not a great way to keep the piece going, in my opinion. Yeah, this one bird that has this two voice thing. Yeah, the rock bunting song. You first get it uh, in pieces here, but then it has a whole page of music to itself. And that was a really big moment for me. There's another bunting song that's pretty big too. That was cool. I like when there's one very bird-like song in the high register and it has like not a lot going on, like no noisy chords, just like kind of a clear melody. And this moment with the two birds, I could have used more of this, and it happened very late into the piece. Yeah, the goldfinch, I guess it would be. So we have a section here with two goldfinches, and you actually get a little bit of counterpoint. That was a nice relief, because the whole piece is just like kind of homorhythmic, I guess, or yeah, it's like one melody after another with not any sort of accompaniment, no sort of counterpoint going on, and also because he's very faithful to the bird songs themselves, there's no transposition of any ideas, so it's very much like static sounding, more tasteful, I think, than the first movement, the yeah, movement one of book one. So yeah, that's book two. Next will be book three, which is there's this owl, the tawny owl, I guess it would be, is movement five, and then movement six, the woodlark. I should know that one. Yeah, so we get two sort of like very different birds, right? We get have like a night bird, this owl, and then sort of like a day bird, the woodlark. So that's going to be an interesting two-parter tomorrow.